today is a pretty exciting day. I got a full delete kit for my LBZ Duramax. So today we're gonna be doing a video on the SPE Lab full piping delete kit. Got the up pipe, the Y bridge, PCV reroute. Only thing I really didn't buy was an aftermarket intake, just because I don't feel like doing that yet. Then after we get all this, we will do an unboxing of the Yikatoo 5-inch exhaust, and then I have a 526 polished elbow for it. And this is my first diesel I've ever personally owned. I have deleted trucks before, but to be doing this on my own personal, I'm really excited to do this, especially with this cannon on it. So this has been on the channel yet. This is my 06 LBZ, fully stock. It was used as a cabinet work truck. It's never been touched. Everything is still bone stock on it. I put 35s on it, and that's all I've done so far, and I've just been dying to delete it because you can tell it's getting really gunked up and clogged. So hopefully this will help that, and then once we get this deleted, my buddy will be coming over to do the tuning on it. We'll put a 5-way switch on it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. We're gonna start doing the steps and showing you guys exactly how to put this delete kit on and go from there. All right, first things first, we're gonna start taking off the intake, so here's that. Take this pipe off. And then this one's really fucking hard to get to. I'm doing it in the dark like an idiot. My flathead doesn't even reach that. I have to get a different flathead. Either way, we can take out this. Hopefully this goes smooth for you guys to show you how to do this. And it's not just a video of me just fucking everything up and breaking everything. And mind you, I've never worked on these before, just letting you know.
Are you sure?
I've always steered away from working on these type of Duramaxes. And it's proving my point right now. There. Let me get a bigger flathead for that other intake. If you look up in here, you can see how caked she is. Come on, cameraman, move it.
I was doing pano shots of in here.
Oh, you can see how
you were getting tools.
She's greasy down there. It's so caked in oil, I didn't even see the clamp holding that hose on. There is a hose clamp on this PCV hose. It was so caked in oil, the clamp was hidden. And like I've stated, I've never deleted one of these before, so it's a learning curve for me. It's gonna be a lot of Chris fix here. Oh, it's split. That would explain. At least we're rerouting it, right? How do guys take this out so easily, though?
Because they know what they're doing.
That is true. That is true. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Important thing is that you don't blow the front end right off your hot rod.
I don't know what that was, but it came off. Alright, cool. Pretty sure that hose is supposed to stay attached to that.
You think so, huh?
No shaft play, though. That's good.
You want to show them what's being deleted out of there now that it's opened up a little bit?
Yeah. All right, so this is your EGR. This whole pipe's getting deleted. This connects to the up pipe behind here, which I have a brand new up pipe in it, because normally you can just take this out and you put a block off plate right here. I don't trust that, and from the reviews and comments I've heard, I just bought a full delete. So we'll delete the EGR, and then up here, right below the turbo, there's a Y bridge, and that Y bridge connects to both of your manifolds. And from there, it comes up to your cold side, which is another part of the EGR that's gonna get deleted. So I have a full new pipe for that, a full new Y bridge, up pipe, and then all this PCV reroute. It really isn't that oily. So I don't think we're gonna have a tough time up here wise. I'm nervous about that up pipe because I've heard horror stories of them bolts snapping. But now I think I will start moving the wiring over, start disconnecting everything off the EGR side, start unbolting the EGR, get this whole area cleaned out so I can start attacking that Y bridge. So I think we'll be done by lunch.
Yeah, right.
Right now, I'm just getting all the wiring removed off of the EGR. I found this little capsule, and I do not know what goes inside of here.
Inside of what?
This little box here. There's a wire that goes in it. I'm sorry, guys. I probably do sound like an idiot doing this, but I legit, I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube and they just showed like the main highlights of where all the bolts are for everything. But I couldn't really find a video talking about like what they did with the wiring, what they did with the PVC reroute. So hopefully in this video, I can at least show you exactly how I'm doing this stuff. And take this harness off.
Is that a grid heater?
That might be.
Like an intake heater?
It could be.
I don't know if these have them. I know that Dodge does.
I know what Dodge does. It's horrible that I'm a Chevy guy. This motor right here, I know a little bit about it, but I do not know a lot about it. All I know is that I bought piping and the pipes have to go on here. That's all I know. Other than that, don't ask me questions. I should probably disconnect my batteries.
Yes.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm gonna do that real quick. Oh my God.
So that's your MAF sensor. MAF
reader.
Whatever you want to call it.
They never want to come off.
Senses airflow.
This thing's already loose. Cool. I'm just taking this out for more room. Because now I got more room to get to this pipe. Which this pipe scares me. This thing is, again, caked in oil right here. Cold side pipe. Like especially down by the fender well, it used to be really wet right here. I guess right here it's a little wet still. I don't know.
Taste it.
It's like chalky.
It's probably never been off.
Oh, curls for the girls. I twisted my torques.
Really? Oh, well, you got a safety torque. That's your problem.
Oh, well, I'm too lazy to find the actual one. It's buried in that box.
We got a diehard Ford guy and a Chevy guy working on something neither one of them have ever worked on.
The sad part is I do have power tools I could be using right now, which I'm gonna do right now because I'm already over it. All right, your alternator plug has to come out too, if I can get it. Oh, there it goes. Those are off. What the hell is that plug?
What the hell?
Oh my God. Okay, why don't you... Are you zooming in on me right now? This fucking guy.
It zooms very slow.
So basically all I'm trying to do right now is just get this wiring harness as much out of the way as I can from this whole bracket. So now I should be able to start unbolting this. Show you guys what I'm talking about. So you got these two bolts. You've got one bolt behind the alternator. There should be one bolt right here on the front. And then, oh God, I'm dying. I'm falling. There should be two more bolts on the back side there. And then once you get those, there's this retainer. I call it Jesus clip. You pull that out, push that down. This whole section should come out. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that's called.
Wasn't
It's
in
just
frame.
it's just a part of it's.
Oh, that's your EGR valve.
Oh, honestly, I couldn't see it from here. I just seen a plug there. There is, right here on the horn, there is one more bracket bolt right next to the alternator. It's just a bracket. So you can see it right here, this bolt.
Right where?
Right here.
Okay.
That's your bracket. 12 mil. Everything was a 12 on top here. You know, I love GM and all, but why do we keep putting bolts in the dumbest fucking places? You know how great of a mechanic you'd be if you were Flat Stanley? Think about it.
Oh, those come out real easy,
Yep.
but they are kind of a pain to get back in.
There you go. All right, just keep pressing this wiring out of here. I'll take that bracket off, else that's gonna go flying. So now, I should just...
Now come down to your charge pipe over here and wiggle that off. Yep, just like that.
There. Goes. Cool.
That is your EGR and cold side.
Yep.
Yep.
But, oh my. It's definitely not the worst I've seen, but it's definitely not the best.
She's got some miles on her.
Yeah, look at all that. Look at how gunked up this one is.
That carbon.
That one's
And that, folks, is why you delete your EGR.
Yeah.
If you like your motor.
I wonder if my up pipe or Y bridge pipe is loose. Yep. It's got a little bit of play. Geez, that thing's even caked.
Look in there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just for the viewers at home, take your pick in there and see how big that should be. That is all carbon.
That's nasty. Even in the Y bridge, look at that. Can you see that in frame? See the focuses. I mean, even that, like, look at that. That's yummy.
And all that is being ingested right back into the motor.
Now I'm gonna start pulling the EGR off. You've got one hose on the back side here next to the turbo, and you got one hose coming from your heater hose. I'm gonna try and put a vice grip on it to not lose a lot of coolant, hopefully. Looks like just those two hoses. And then there's one bolt here, one bolt behind the alternator again, holding that bracket on, and then the 2 bolts coming off the up pipe. Okay, that one loose. Go. These hoses and wiring do not make it any easier to get in here either. Everything's very tight. Ouch. Oh. Okay, so now the coolant lines are off. I'm gonna take these 2 bolts off. I think I'm gonna take the PCV off too, to give more room to take this out. We'll see what happens. Let's get this unbolted. Oh, here goes our first trouble.
Those won't come loose.
There it goes. There's one. I'm sure my face is just bloody red right now. I can feel it. My eyes are going cross-eyed. There it goes. Oh, never mind, I lied. Okay, before I lose my brain cells, let me stand up real quick. Okay. The only way I could get it was to use 1/4-inch ratchet, 12 mil socket, and then going out towards the trans dipstick. Mine could just be stuck though, I don't know.
Rusty nuts.
Holy, that hurt. I think I just lost brain cells. Okay, finally. Is that the only 2 bolts that hold it on? I think so. It's probably stuck on the back. Now I'm gonna take this coolant hose off. Pliers. This coolant line that would technically be counted as on the driver's side of the pipe is a pain in the ass to get off. And I think I'm gonna have to disconnect both sides to get that off, because that bracket's off. There is a coolant pipe right here. Okay. A bracket on that pipe goes to where your EGR bolt is, which that's already out. The other end comes to the thermostat here. That's a hard line right where my finger's at. Looks to be a 12 mil bolt. I'm just gonna unbolt the pipe itself and pull this entire line out. Hopefully that'll work, because trying to get that other clamp on the hose is almost impossible.
Well, I guess I
could just cut it. Oh, I've got plenty of extra hose.
Okay.
That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that. Okay, don't listen to me. Putting that bolt back in. I'll just cut the hose. I gotta take this bracket off too. Okay, it's struggle bust hour. Okay, are you disconnected now? Looks like it's close enough to me. So I've been fighting with the heat shield behind there, and I'm over it. So I watched another video, and one guy said that you're able to bend the up in this coolant bracket hose. You bend that up, and you have enough wiggle room to pull it out. So I'm gonna try and do that. I don't want to pry against my alternator. Oh yeah, it does just move up that easily. Is that bolt right there holding something? This bolt right here, that's a bracket. I bet you. Finally got it out. I realized I'm an idiot. We took the EGR valve off, then I come to find out that there's actually a bracket. So when you unbolt the EGR from the up pipe, the 2 bolts back here, there's gonna be one 13 mil bolt sitting upwards. That's a bracket bolt.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Yep.
If you put your finger on it, Alex.
Yep, right there. That's a bracket bolt. So once you take that out, it comes out easy. So we just struggled for the last 45 minutes for absolutely nothing. So, but moving on to the up pipe now, I'm gonna try and get all these heat shields off.
The more you know. So, little progress update. We did not film it, but the downpipe is out. The heat shield fought us horribly, but it is out. What do you have to say about that?
Got the EGR out completely. Like you said, the downpipe's out. We got the bottom bolts of the Y pipe out. Now we're just gonna try to get the ones off of the pedestal on the turbo. And then after that, we can probably start putting the backside back in, the Y pipe in, but then we will move on to getting that Y bridge done.
The downpipe was seized, so that fought us pretty hard.
Everything.
And then there is a heat shield here. As you can see, chopped and cut it up quite a bit. Cut up quite a bit of the top and finessed it out the top.
If they snap, we're gonna have to pull the whole turbo out.
I don't like that.
Just work it back and forth if you have to.
That's not coming loose yet.
Oh, I had to like heave on them down here. I did get the exhaust off too. I just gotta cut it in half and then the exhaust is fully out. But I figure we'll keep working up here and try and get everything out without breaking any bolts. It's obviously the hope.
I'm gonna break it and go home.
We brought reinforcements.
Hard.
That dumbass semi-tech to work on pickups, glorious.
Hey, you like his legs dangling? Look at that. No kickers.
And Mom brought lunch.
Yep. Let's give you guys an update. Got the up pipe off, but we had a bolt snap. So I'm trying to weld this nut onto it and try to get it out. We got lucky enough with the thread sticking out, but all the other bolts came out, so we're gonna keep trying to weld this and get that nut out.
So what progress are we at now?
We finally got the snap bolt out, which honestly didn't take as long as we thought. Had to go to Ace, buy some new bolts, and then now I'm tapping all the threads. But up pipe in, put the down pipe in, and then either we'll throw the exhaust on first or else we'll start tackling up there and get that Y bridge done. Because I'm betting that Y bridge is going to go easier than this did, because should have known. I just want to show you guys, got the new up pipe in, which that was a pain. Down pipe's back in. And just a tip, if you're ever doing this, that transmission dipstick, there's two nuts right there on a bracket. Remove the dipstick. Just take the dipstick out and wait till you put everything back in, then put it back in. It makes life 10 times easier to get that down pipe out and back in.
So we took the alternator out, and this line will come off. There's a clamp down there that holds these lines. We're doing the Y bridge now, getting started on that. We've got the alternator pulled already. These fuel lines are gonna come off. There's a bolt here, bolt down here for a hold down. Once we get some more of this wiring out of the way, I believe there's some clamps on the hoses over here. Those come off, they'll come out of the way. This folds out of your way. He's working on, there's two big bulkheads over here that need to come off, disconnect, so you can take off this top radiator hose. And when we get closer to that, we'll show that as well. But Alex is working on getting that wiring just out of the way. He's got the charge pipe, working on getting that out of the way to move the PCV valve and hose out of the way, so we can fold all this wiring up and roll it up over the turbo to access the Y pipe. And there's plenty of sensors here on the AC compressor that we've kind of skipped a little bit of this. There's also a heater tube here that gets rerouted and goes straight into the firewall. Originally that goes into the EGR cooler, but that's just a metal tube here, one bolt that comes out.
Should've just done the block off plate and wait for it to blow up and send it to a shop.
Oh, I just cut my finger open. That's cool.
You guys that post these videos on YouTube that have deleted these and they make how-tos, y'all make it way easier than this actually is. This has been nothing but problems all day. There we go. You know, for a bracket to hold wiring, I don't think we needed 2 bolts and a nut and then 2 torque bits. To me, that just seems a little excessive. This would be your top coolant hose. There's a hard line that goes from the thermostat to right here. There's 2 bolts with a bracket on the backside here on the hard line. Then there's 1 single kind of angled bolt right here before the thermostat. You gotta take all those out. Then it looks like there's another hose right up here too that I gotta take out. I didn't even see before. I don't know, let's see if I can wiggle and get out of here.
So at this point, I'm gonna pull that big upper hose off. You gotta use this to hold that up. Come on, feeble hands. Just tuck that up and out of the way like that. The rest of that is held on by a zip tie. You wanna grab that orange dike down there? Oh shit, that one's off. Needle nose, you reach that. Yes. Oh shit.
So just take the pliers and twist the line.
Okay, that should be all the way now. There you go. So then that folds up out of the way just like that.
Put this on right there. Hold your screwdriver, like in a wedge.
I hope. You, me.
That's a good looking chunk.
So then once that's out of the way, there's really not much more to move.
Yeah, I'm just
Now it's that and start yanking them, getting to them bolts. So the Y bridge is almost ready to come out.
too big still.
Just a little too long.
Door on that or no?
That's so close. No pressure.
Jesus.
That small screwdriver right back there. This one might be a new pull on that. That's a nice positive sign. So at this point, we are to the Y bridge removal, down to the
Final major big steps.
and that is getting the 8 bolts out of the Y bridge. And this is the part where it gets kind of tricky, or so we've heard.
This would be a great part of the video to talk to you about our new sponsor.
Blue Chew.
Gas station boner pill.
Did you have a long day in the shop, wrenching on people's junk? You can't get it up in the bedroom. Let us introduce you to Golden Rhino.
You don't know them advertisements by heart.
My dad had poor genetics, so I found a lot of things as a kid.
It's just a cable or what it is, but it's...
Because you have these two back ones, you basically have to feed it in there and guess until you feel like you're on the... It's gonna be fun. These front ones don't seem the worst. Well, now we finally got the Y bridge out. Had to make one auto parts trip. So I just took the nuts, or the nuts back here. Let me see your phone. Take the nuts all the way off on that back corner there. You can lift it and squeeze it out of there. We had to run to the parts store to get a new flex head, which O'Reilly's does sell these. So if you need a set, I would get it. Made it 100 times easier. And then
Power torque.
what you can do is when you're down here with that, you take a magnet and you put it on the top here. So you can actually lift that up to actually put it on the nuts back there on that. Oh, thankfully. Yay! So all the old junk is out and it was logged. She had a lot of gunk. So should breathe a lot better too. The SPE lab one is a lot bigger than that. So we got a little ahead of ourselves. We got the Y bridge in now with the pipe, sensors in. We're getting the coolant line back in, the hard line. Got the fuel lines bolted back up.
And
so the main thing that I learned when you do the Y bridges, when you put the seals on it, the seals kind of push it out a little bit. So when you go push that Y bridge down, it won't go in. Don't use a rubber mallet. Don't try hammering it, like nothing. Get the 4 bottom bolts on and slowly tighten up all 4 corners and it will suck the Y bridge down. And then it'll allow you to get the top bolts in.
And it is a pain in the ass.
It's not very fun. And right, let me get the zip tie out. Right where this hose is, this return line, I don't know if you can see it on camera. This return line right here. There's a bolt right here for your Y bridge. When you take that out, it actually hits your turbo. So you have to put one finger underneath the hose and one over top and slowly back it out. And then same thing when you put it in. That one is probably one of the most difficult ones. And then same thing, the one right below it. You have to really pry this pipe towards the turbo as hard as you can to get a socket in there to get that nut back on. But it took us a while. It took longer than a pipe.
Ideally, you'd have your turbo out, would make this a lot easier. But if you pull your turbo out, that's another can of worms.
And the other thing too is that from the videos that I've watched with PCV reroute, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but the ones that Speed Lab come with, it's just these. Look at this. It's just a little bracket here. It has an O-ring in the bottom, bolted in with your factory one. Because the factory one came up from here, it came up, it connected to your intake. And then on the other side over here, you have to move all this wiring harness to get to it. But it's right basically where my finger's at. That's where the other side is. So it's your same PCV reroute. It's kind of obvious, but some people it might not be. So that's where the 2 spots are on both valve covers. And then your heater hose, this heater hose will come off from here with a new pipe, and it will come down to your bracket that's right next to your thermostat here. There's a hard line, which is sitting right there. It'll go to that hard line.
That bad little Johnny goes right there. There's a lack of filming for the sake of keeping it family friendly. And we're fighting and struggling and didn't figure you guys want to watch that.
It is the next day. Came in here pretty early just to wrap everything up. So I'll show you what I got done. I'm pretty sure we're finished for the engine bay. Now it's pretty much just gonna be time for doing the exhaust. So just show you everything I've done. Oh, so I got the hot side on. I realized for the bottom of it, which I can show you down on the wheel well, you have to use the factory style clamp and hose right there to fit on the SPE lab pipe. And then for the top, you can use their clamp and their hose. My brain isn't working this morning, so if I'm not making sense, sorry, but this piece, yep. I gotta find a bolt to plug this. I'm assuming it's for the sensor that I put on the Y bridge. So I'll have to find a bolt to plug that. Other than that, everything else kind of went in pretty good. Got the alternator on, all the wiring's attached. So today we're gonna be unboxing this Yikatoo 5-inch exhaust for my LBZ. Let's just keep the box upside down. Well, first things first, it actually came with instructions, which is kind of a surprise. Normally exhaust companies, doesn't look like bad piping, the bends look all right, but the exhaust hanger has a hole blown through it. I might have to fix that. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It blew a hole through it. At the end of the world, the pipe extension. All right, second hanger, how's this one gonna look? That's better. That hanger looks good. No holes or imperfection dents. That hanger's good. Not the worst. The price of this exhaust though, I cannot complain. All right, then we got the down pipe. Or not the down pipe. The connection to it. That looks pretty good. Hanger looks to be in the right spot. It's opened right correctly. Not bad. Came with all the clamps, which aren't my favorite style of clamps, but they'll work. So like I say, not a bad exhaust. The hangers could be better, but it's not the end of the world. Like I say, for the price of this exhaust, the quality is, it's still there. It is not the worst. So I'm gonna start slapping this exhaust on and then trying to decide if I want to weld this tip on or if I trust the clamp enough. But I'll update you when the exhaust is on. A little tip for you do-it-yourselfers. First, put your hanger in back there. If I can get a video of it. Put your hanger in, then take a jack, a couple of blocks on it if you have to. And that way you can line that up really easy. So far, with this main pipe, hanger lined up, clamp went on just fine, it's seated just fine. Moving on. So underneath the truck now, I'll show you from front to back what we're working with. So from there, like I say, it bolted up just fine. Went in the first hanger pretty good. Above here, once everything tightens up, it'll lift this pipe up enough. This pipe slid in all right. Clamps went on. Second hanger is good. If I slide down, the third hanger is good. Fourth one I don't have. And then the issue that I'm running into, got the tailpipe on. It went in that hanger good. Back went on, the tailpipe went on. Went in the hanger good. I can't do it with one hand, but I have a 1-inch gap and I cannot adjust the piping enough. Got the tip welded on. Got the exhaust to line up. I figured out that you can make it fit. It's just this middle pipe won't have a hanger on it, which it'll be just fine. Personally, me, when I use these clamps, I still throw a tack weld on it just because I don't trust clamps. But exhaust is done, engine bay's done. Got her back on the ground. I think now, start it up, see if anything went wrong and back it out so we can take a look at it. That thing sounds sick. Right away, I will say she needs to be tuned before I go rip it on the highway. But I mean, it's just dumping. Way louder though. It sounds nice. Yeah, I'm not liking this. It is another new day. Last night, I had my tuner come over and we started to tune it and we went and drove it around. Noticed all that white smoke and I'm here to say my stupid mistake. So remember how I routed this hose right here? It connects from valve cover to valve cover. That is your crank pressure release, something like that. But either way, obviously your motor builds pressure, it has to release somewhere. So this used to go back into the intake. Well, in my head, and it was late at night, I thought, oh, since they sent me a plug that connects to the intake, this must just run straight across now. Well, thank God for my tuner coming over and explaining, hey, you could have just blew up your turbo. And I washed it out now, but there was oil just puking out the exhaust. And I got really lucky. We rerouted that line, started tuning it. It runs fine now. But the tuner, we have to get revision tunes because it still isn't working correctly. Just got her all washed up. Went and tested her over again this morning. Everything still seems good. I mean, you can see that's an oil spot from last night. That's an oil spot from last night. Cleaner now. It ain't burning oil anymore. Like I say, I'm here to be open about my own mistakes, and that's just something I didn't even think about. But once we test the exhaust, should be good to go. Should be getting new tunes today for the pickup. And once that's good, then the truck's done, and we'll review the exhaust some more.
We got the windows up. I'm guessing we're going about 45. I can talk just normal. You can hear the turbo whistle and a little bit of motor noise, but that's about it. But we're coming around this curve. I'll hit it a little bit so you can hear what it sounds like in the cab with the windows up. Like I say, it is not bad at all. I would highly recommend all the parts that I did. 10 out of 10. So with testing the exhaust and the tune, I would give the Yikatoo 5-inch exhaust honestly a 10 out of 10. It sounds great, a 6-inch polished double on top of it. When the windows are up and I'm driving it normal, there is zero drone. I've heard rumors of the 4-inch and 5-inch droning really bad. I have no issues with this exhaust. It sounds awesome.